Okay, this is going to be a single-digit multiplication war game where we can specify working on a specific group of multiplication facts. So to start, we'll work on doubling. From a regular deck of cards, you can remove the jacks and the kings. The queens will act as 0. Hey, where are the queens in here? There's a queen. So the queens will act as a 0. And all the other cards will be their face value. To start with, we'll be doing doubling, so we could take out a 2 just to remind ourselves that we are multiplying by 2. The remaining cards should be divided up as equally as we can. And we each have a deck of cards. So we will turn over our top card and we will multiply it by 2. And we'll say 3 times 2 is 6. Or I'll say that. What would you say?
8 times 2 is 16.
Perfect. And then we can decide whether the highest or the lowest value is going to win. For this game, let's play the highest value. So I had 6 and you had 16. So you win. 8 times 2 is 16.
2 times 2 is 4.
And I win. 6 times 2 is 12. Yes. 3 times 2 is 6.
9 times 2 is 18.
Perfect. So you're going to win those ones. And we can continue playing. When we run out of cards here, we would use the cards that we had previously won and continue playing until one person ran out of cards. We can change this same game by changing the card that we're multiplying. So once I think we're good with 2s, we might want to work on multiplying by 10s. So we can start a new game and multiply our cards by 10. Throw those ones in your pile there and we'll play a game. So this time we're going to turn over a top card and I'm going to go 8 times 10 is 80.
And 7 times 10 is 70.
And I had the higher one, so I win. 70.
Just 10.
So 0 times 10?
0.
0, yeah. 90.
And 0.
Oh, you're stuck with all the queens. Sorry. One of the other cards that we could trade that up for would be a 5. So after we've done our 10s, we might want to work on our 5s. And turn over our top card. So 4 times 5 is 20.
5 times 2 is 10.
Perfect. And you may have some strategies that you've learned for this. One of the strategies I like to use is it's half of this number times 10. So every 2 groups of 5 make 10. So here there's 2 groups of 10, which would be 20. And 20 again. Man, I've got good cards. 45.
And 30.
Good. For this one here, for 9 times 5, I think about 8 times 5. And 8 times 5, so half of 8 would be 4, times 10 would be 40. And then I add one more group of 5 back on, so 45. Go for it again. What do you have? I'm going to rig the deck this time. So turn your card over, opponent. And if we both turned over a 4, we would have a war. We have a tie. So we would go place 3 cards face down. And then we'd turn over the 4th card and we'd see who had the higher value out of that. So 5 times 5 is 25.
Is 50.
You got 50. I lose. And you get all of the cards from the war. And like I said earlier, you'd continue. When this pile runs out, you would use the cards you had won. When one person is totally out of cards, then the other person has 1. You can play with more than 2 people as well.